everyone, this is Allison with Green Goddess Plants and Seeds, and I just wanted to show you the weather that we had yesterday. So Sunday we had a beautiful day. It would, our high on Sunday was like plus 18 degrees Celsius, and then yesterday, Monday, this happened. We had a winter storm, a spring storm blow through, and it brought us all of this more white stuff. It looks worse than it is, but it was quite windy yesterday with the snow, and it's drifted in pretty good here in between the houses, and the front steps has got quite a bit of snow. Has blown onto it, so I'll have to get busy. I'll have to get out here and clear some of this for the letter carrier. But it's, yeah, this is what we deal with here in the Northern Gardens. This is the kind of thing we have to, I mean, it is March, it's the end of March, so it's actually kind of normal, really, when you think of it, at least for our area. This is normal. I mean, March came in like a lamb, and it's gone out like a lion, it's gone out like a lion with a storm. But by Thursday, it's supposed to be back up to like plus 14 degrees. So, by Thursday, Friday, all of this snow is going to be gone. And what was left underneath it from over winter will be gone too. So, because my backyard, most of the snow was already gone. So, it's, it's expected. It's normal. It's expected for us here in Saskatchewan to experience this kind of thing. So, it's not really a setback. I did just check the greenhouse, and the heater out there, it's not quite coping. It's minus 13 out here right now, and it's just at the 0 mark. It's just at the freezing mark in the greenhouse. So I did bring everything in except the geraniums. The geraniums are tough. They could probably handle a little bit of frost, but everything else I brought in because I didn't want to take any chances with that heater not being able to cope with it. So I'm gonna go back into the house, and we're gonna maybe do up some more pots, some more planting. I got some seeds soaking that I kind of forgot about, so I need to go put those in the ground. So yes, here we are back in the kitchen, and I'm gonna be planting up some seeds now. So yeah, we had quite the winter or the spring storm blow through yesterday. Yeah, it's kind of expected though, I mean, it's only the end of March. It's still, quite early, at least for us in Northern Gardens. The weather is very changeable, and quite often in March, that is when we do get a lot of our snow and a lot of our precipitation and stuff like that. So it's, and like I said, the forecast by the end of the week, all that snow is going to be gone. So it is what it is. I know sometimes those of us in short season gardens would love to have a slightly longer growing season, but that's not going to happen. So we kind of just gotta make do with what we've got. So I'm planting some honeywort. This is from Baker Creek. This intrigued me. I'd never heard of it before, and it looked kind of pretty. The picture looked really pretty, but I've been told that the flowers on it are actually quite very small, so we'll see what happens. But it's supposed to be very, very attractive to honeybees and stuff like that. So I thought that might be an interesting one to try. We'll probably plant some here in the city and some out at the farm. And this is what the seed looks like. I don't know if you can see that, but that's what the seed looks like. There you go. It's actually larger than what I was expecting. Actually, I was. After planting up the petunia seed, I was expecting something quite a bit smaller than what it is here. So yeah, so it's going to be an interesting week, I think, weather-wise. With all the snow melting, we're probably going to have, the streets are going to be messy. I know last night driving, the roads were very icy, and before the snow came, it was actually above freezing. Yesterday morning when I got up, it was like +2, so it hadn't even frozen overnight. So I got busy and brought everything in while it was still relatively warm out. And then probably around noon, that's when the snow hit. That's when the snow started coming in, the wind started picking up, and So we had a little bit of freezing rain. So before the snow came, you know, that freezing rain created a nice layer of ice under the snow. So that made driving very treacherous and very interesting in the city here. And I think a lot of the highways were actually shut down because both it being icy and the visibility was atrocious. So, but that's life here in Saskatchewan. That's what we deal with. You know, and we do deal with it. You know, this is our lives. We handle it as it comes, and that's about all we can do, right? So, all right. So that's the honeywort planted up. I'm just gonna cover those, put some tags in here. I got my tags ready to go. I don't know if I did up enough tags. I don't think so. I'll have to write up a couple more tags. So I didn't quite fill up a tray, but that's okay. I wasn't too sure, but the rest of the tray, the rest of this tray in here, I think I'm gonna put some marigolds in there. There we go. There's another tag for there. I think I just need one more. There we go. So yeah, the weather is always challenging here in Saskatchewan. It's always very changeable, especially at this time of year. But so I'm going to be putting in some Cracker Jack marigolds. These are my favorite marigolds. I love them. They're nice and tall. And they look very cheerful in the garden. I know some people hate them. They don't like the smell of them. But oddly enough, I kind of like the smell of marigolds. It's kind of an earthy pungency to them. It's kind of a, you know, one of those odd smells. I guess it's one of those things that you either love it or you hate it. But I've always liked marigolds. I always found them to be very cheerful. And I've been planting them. I interplant them in with the vegetables, with the tomatoes. I've been doing that for quite a few years. And I think I started doing it because I just simply liked the way it looked. But marigolds do have some beneficial qualities, and then they're supposed to, you know, keep some of the pests away from the garden. I don't know how well it works because I don't really keep a track of that. I kind of plant them in the garden simply because I like the way they look. So, and these Cracker Jacks are nice and tall. And they get nice. And I just like the way they look. You know, when the sun hits them, they look like they're glowing almost. They're very cheerful. You know, and a garden should be a cheerful place. Whether you're growing, you know, just all vegetables for yourself or whatever, I think you need to have a few flowers in there because a garden should feed the soul and the spirit as well as the body, as far as I'm concerned. So, having a mixed garden where you've got flowers and vegetables all interplanted, I think that's a good thing. I really like the look of that. Some people don't, you know, to each their own, but yeah, I like the mixed garden. So I'm just gonna put the rest of these back in here. So I said I did bring in all my trays from the greenhouse, which is a good thing. Yeah, I didn't want to take any chances with those because they are quite tender, and some of the peppers I might try and restart. I was a little disappointed. Some of them did not like the transplanting at all. Like most of my Ring of Fire peppers didn't take at all. So I'm gonna have to replant those, I think. And I'm keeping an eye on the tomato seedlings because, again, some of them, like the Manitobas and the Atomic Grape ones, didn't come up at all. So I might have to just reseed them, just plant out whatever I've got left of the seeds and just see what starts, I guess. Here we go. Cracker Jack. Cracker Jack. But yeah, so this is kind of what I'm doing this morning. I do have my day job to go do in the afternoon today, but that's all right. I'm hoping, my own goal is, and something I've always wanted to do, is to make a living from gardening. You know, that's kind of why I went to horticultural school, but I'm kind of hoping that finally works out this year, that I can actually earn a little bit of money, earn a little bit of a living, doing what I love doing. And gardening is what I love doing. So there we go. I'm just going to cover these with a bit of soil, and then I'm going to water them, and then I'm going to find some room for them in the living room, because like I said, all my trays are in the house, so there's not a lot of room for much else. I'm looking forward to those temperatures warming up at the end of the week, so everything can go back out into the greenhouse. And hopefully after this cold spell that we've got going on, things will really start to warm up. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. And that's usually what happens. They'll warm up, and then it'll bottom out again, and then it'll warm up a little bit more, and then bottom out again. So chances are I'll probably have to be bringing these trays in at least one more time before everything seriously starts to warm up and stayed warm up. So there we go. There's my Cracker Jack marigolds. And I'll probably do a couple more trays of the Cracker Jacks. I've got tons of other flowers I want to start. There's all sorts of zinnias. So there we go. Thank you for joining me in today's very short garden chat. I hope you're having an awesome day and a wonderful week. And I'll probably post again maybe towards the end of the week. So until next time, take care.